Welcome to Xbox Uncuts, episode 290, Game of the Year edition. We are back for another week of video game news of a podcast for adults by adults. That's right. I'm gonna keep sliding that in there. Damn, YouTube. Alright, anyway. Coming at me this week, we have the wonderful Steph. Welcome to the show, Steph. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Always over here. Always.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And following, following up is Will. Welcome to the show, Will.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you doing? How are you doing today, sir? Tongue tied today. Sorry.
I'm alright. Should be a good episode. Game of the year, and I don't know if I'm gonna go over a few news items or not, but yeah, interesting
I wasn't
stuff.
really looking at news items, honestly, but we can hit up something if there's anything anybody wants to cover. But for the most part, it's been kind of a slow week news-wise. I just really wanted to concentrate on kind of the games of 2019. They will plan on going through like month by month and looking at what came out and what we're looking forward to, what we had fun with, even if it didn't even come out this year. And of course, we'll have all of our personal Game of the Year picks at the end. But
yeah, sounds good.
Maybe some people will change their mind about Game of the Year. They'll just give it to Sea of Thieves like they should. Game of every year.
You would
And
like
then,
that, wouldn't you?
Hopefully, a surprise guest, aka Eric, might be popping on. Hopefully he will. He said he would. And then we can get his Game of the Year as well.
Yeah, definitely. Look forward to that. It's probably be what's that game he plays all the time? Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, let's
Would
see.
be either that or that other game. What's that other game that came out for Game Pass? It's like a card game. Slay the Spire. I could see him liking that one. That's a good one. That's totally is in the ballpark.
Yeah, Vern really loves Slay the Spire. It's one of his top games this year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He keeps
That's a
trying
cool
to
game.
get me to play it, but I just have not committed the time. And it's one of those, like, I don't know, like maybe if it was on phone, I would actually like it more. I just, like, if I'm going to sit down on console, I'm going to just play something else. Like, I don't want to play a card game. I know it sounds weird, seeing as I love board games, but I don't know. It's just a little too odd. To play on a video game screen. Give me the
Yeah,
actual
it
cards.
would. Yeah, it would translate well on mobile. It's pretty simple. It's like almost like a ladder match, kind of like card combat. Interestingly enough.
All right. Well, we're using Game Informer's 2019 release list. Well, let's check out and see what's going on. I take it y'all pulled it up, or am I soloing this one?
Let me check
I
it.
can go right along with you. It's in the chat,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it's in the chat. It's podcast notes. And if you would like, you could also join us on Discord and hang out and chat and listen to us live and comment and hang out with us. We always appreciate it. But in January, we had the Eternal Castle remaster, because that's, remasters are always popular nowadays. Bury Me, My Love came out on... Well, no, that was an Xbox. I gotta skip. Nobody cares about 3DS. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. I ended up picking that up on both Switch and Xbox. I really enjoyed that game. I never finished it, though, even though I bought it twice. I do need to go back and finish that game. I really was enjoying what I was playing of it. I got probably 7-8 hours in. And then just other things came out, More Sea of Thieves, more Voyages.
Yeah, they're the same. I bought it. I think I got it on sale. Plus, like, I used some points on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do want to get back to it because I had it on 360. Now I have it on this, so I definitely want to like get started. It's a good JRPG. Definitely one of the better ones that were exclusive for Xbox for a while.
We also saw Animusha Warlords come out this year.
Yeah.
I forgot that was this year.
Yeah, I played and beat that. Good game,
Nice.
good game. Classic.
Feudal Alloy came out. Ace Combat 7, which I considered picking up. I actually played it on, xCloud, because that's one of the games on xCloud.
Yeah.
But I honestly didn't get too far into it. At Sundown came out. Life is Strange Episode 2. So I'd put that like that would count in the show running for this year's game of the year. If anybody would want to fight for it, but I never really played. I couldn't get into the
I played
first
the
one too
first
much.
one. I didn't get the second one.
Yeah. Also in January we had Resident Evil 2 remaster. That was really cool. Yeah.
It's a big one.
Didn't get it, and I was gonna wait for it to go on sale, since it was the exact same game.
Yeah.
Just better graphics.
We had Kingdom Hearts 3 release.
Didn't pick that one up. And I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts guy. I played them when they all first came out, but something about the first ones not being on Xbox at the beginning, kind of just had that happen recently.
Yeah.
But
thankfully
and it
they
kind
all
of
got
didn't get the
announced.
best reviews. So I might go back and still play it just because I'm a fan of the series. So I just wanted to play through the first ones first. Again,
Are you gonna wait for them to release on this year in 2020?
I think didn't they come out already, or did they not?
No, the first ones have not yet. They're going to come out.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna wait, but I don't want to. I was gonna wait for them to be a good price. I don't want to pay $60 a piece for them, so I'm not sure how much they're gonna be. You gotta look at that. Right?
Maybe they'll hit Game Pass. That was the rumor.
Yeah, I mean I bought Kingdom Hearts because it was on sale this like $20. It was a pretty good deal actually. So I was like, I picked it up, even though I don't have I do have the first two on PlayStation 4, but at this point I might as well wait for the 360 I mean the Xbox One versions to come out and just play them all there. So we'll see. But yeah, I got Resident Evil 2 as well. That was a big one, but it's definitely different stuff. It's not like the same game like twice. They changed a lot of stuff actually in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it named the same game then?
Well, but,
it is a remaster of the first, but it's really, I mean the graphics make a huge difference. It looks really really good, but yeah, it's still at its core it's Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, it's closer to like Resident Evil 1 remake. Because they remastered a lot of stuff, but they also added different puzzles. Like the rooms are different, and the certain portions are different. So yeah, it's not the exact same thing, but it follows somewhat closely. But yeah, it's definitely worth buying though.
All right. So in February we had Wargroove, Apex Legends, which some people in this chat might have really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
We had Astroneer. Let's see. Nope. Crackdown 3, which everybody loved. I mean,
oh man, they're making Crackdown 4 right now.
You know it. My body's ready.
Civ 5.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Crackdown 3, like I know Steph, or not you, Steph. Will, you're with me. Like the single player was, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Running around. The multiplayer was just a disaster, but the single player was great. I mean, I wish they just had never shown the crazy multiplayer shit. Just released a single player because it would have done well just by that alone.
Yeah, the multiplayer was such a disappointment. Like, considering what they promised, and but the single player is quite fun. I definitely agree. It's
underrated for a single player game. I'm not saying it's the best game or game of the year, but it's definitely underrated. It is a very fun single player. And if you want that, like I want to collect orbs and I don't want to just jump off towers like Assassin's Creed, like it fills that itch for sure.
Yeah. Definitely not game of the year territory, but but still fun in its own right.
I agree.
Far Cry New Dawn also came out in February.
Did not play that one because I felt like I just got the other one. So
yeah, don't blame you.
Followed up by Jump Force. Everybody knows. Man, February 15th had a ton of games, by the way. It had Crackdown 3. It had Far Cry, Jump Force, Metro Exodus, all on the same day.
Metro Exodus was dope.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it is. Metro Exodus is in the Game of the Year talk because that was a fantastic game. Yeah, but because it didn't have a huge multiplayer narrative, like people didn't really push it up there. But it was a great
definitely
game.
The best looking game I played.
Yeah. I know Will specifically loved Farm Together. It was his go-to.
Yeah, it was quite an amazing game. It
Yep.
was game of the year.
I had a few friends try to get me, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. I got Minecraft. I don't need it. I'm good. We don't need to farm together.
How about the letdown of the year, Anthem?
Anthem.
Letdown of the year.
It really is, and it's sad. But Anthem 2.0 is supposedly coming. We'll see.
Why is it that
We'll
these
see.
games think they can just give you an update and I'm supposed to just come back? Like, if you didn't get me the first time, you're not going to get me the second time. I didn't go back
Supposedly they're
after.
completely reworking the game, like almost entirely. So
Yes.
it's
Are they going
more.
to add a single
Yeah,
player that's actually good?
I hope, because honestly, it didn't run great, and it didn't. There was just so many little things about it. Like it was just. And then it just the story wasn't there, and it just got real repetitive within like 10 minutes of playing it. It's I don't. It really is the letdown of the year. It really is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Cause like,
Oh, we all dodged it. I didn't buy that shit.
yeah, yeah, because it's like the looters shooter games like that, and well, I'm sure Division's a lot different. So, and they definitely give you more content compared to like Anthem. So I
But
think
Division had a whole game to get it right, and remember they fucked up the first time, and they went back and
Yeah.
fixed it.
yeah,
So
and it's
they knew
still
what they were doing the second one. Sorry, go ahead.
no, that's all right. I mean, and it's unusual because like Anthem has like the cooler like stuff like the mechs and all that stuff. So, but it's weird that Anthem. I mean, what's this game? Division
Division.
Two. Yeah, they definitely got it right, and then it was actually the better of the two. Content wise, and I mean, even if Ubisoft somehow still found it disappointing because like, the game definitely sold pretty well, but I guess it didn't meet their lofty expectations.
No, I mean the first one broke some records for them.
Yeah.
So you expecting the second one to exceed that by at least 5%, which is what these companies want. That 5% increase, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they had more people like working on the game, so it might even be more than that. I felt like they added like a couple studios or something to
Mhm.
help it like produce like content because people blew through it so fast the first. But yeah, definitely a huge letdown there with Anthem. I'm just glad the studio didn't shut down because that was the rumor
Mass
before the
Effect
game
Studio.
released. Yeah, Anthem. Yeah. BioWare. That was a rumor before the game came out that if this game flopped, that
They were gonna
the
shut it
studio
down.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, a
it
lot of
must have
people left.
sold relatively well.
Yeah, a lot of people left the Anthem studio, so it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen to the game now, even though it did well. Like it's kind of in a weird spot right
They
now.
had a lot of developers leave the studio.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it said they're
So,
EA, I believe in a conference call, said they're just reworking the entire thing and making a 2.0 version where you would just get it with if you had bought Anthem. They're looking at it as more of a platform because honestly, the amount of resources they put into it and the detail in the game is amazing. It's
Yeah.
just the game's not fun. Like it needs it, you add the fun part. The world's there. You just need to make it fun.
You think they'll charge for the 2.0
No, they said
like
they
a
wouldn't.
season,
It would just be you would go into it. I mean, I'm sure there would be DLC for it, of course, but they
like
want to.
a Destiny kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't. I think they don't want it to die because of just the amount of money they put into making it work.
yeah, I can see that. You definitely don't want to kill off that game because then you like destroy all the trust people have in you already. Like even if they still mess it up, so you
But
definitely
it,
want to.
and they don't have to write it off as a loss if they make this that way. Yeah.
Yeah, be interested to see how they
Yeah.
prop it up again. Yeah.
All right. Getting into March, we had DOA 6, Dead or Alive 6, which I didn't like. It was weird because the 1080p mode ran really well, and then the 4K mode ran like shit. And I'm a
Yeah.
big Dead or Alive fan. By the way, I think for gold or Game Pass or something, you can get the Core Fighters and Hayabusa pass for free right now. It's normally
Yep,
like
you can.
$20. So I would definitely recommend getting it if you're into just a fun fighting game. But just don't run it in 4K mode. And then it runs great. It's just in 4K mode. It runs. It's weird because it's a 60 frames per second fighter, and it goes down to 30, and it's not a consistent 30. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those games
really
that'll
weird.
definitely. Yeah, it's one of those what do you call it? Series X ready games. It's not gonna run well on this one, but I'm sure the Series X will run it pretty well. But I was a little confused about that, Dustin. Those two packs, because I see one was a free character and that one was a whole edition or something. What was it?
Was the core fighter pack,
Mm-hmm.
which they have like I think 4 or 5 fighters they considered core, which I don't understand how you consider Hayabusa not part of the core fighters in a Dead or Alive game.
Yeah,
But whatever, like they're still giving you that character. But,
yeah. I'm
oh,
kind
it
of
was
just waiting
just
for
weird.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just waiting for that deluxe edition to go down a little further because like I feel like $30 would be good for that, like for the
Yeah.
deluxe.
Especially
Anything
at
more would be
the age
yeah,
of the game. Yeah, I'm with you.
yeah.
Definitely with
Plus,
you.
they still don't have they still don't have lobbies, right, for the
I
fighters. Just
haven't
like
played it in a while. I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
yeah,
I want, you know what? I should play some because I loved Dead or Alive growing up. Like I played from original Xbox going forward. Like I played a lot of DOA, but I
yeah.
don't
It's
know.
had
Like
it.
they lost me last couple games. Like it's just not as hasn't been as consistent because it was just one of those like it was a really fast paced, very responsive fighter. Like
Yeah,
it was well balanced.
yeah. It had an interesting journey from like Sega Dreamcast. It was like one of the premier like fighters, and then went from Dreamcast to Xbox, and then
Yep.
from Xbox went to like the 360 multi-platform, and then now it's like it's at a weird spot. Yeah, it's like it's not as like popular, but people still play it. There's still like a hardcore following, and it's
Yeah.
still a super fun game. It's definitely fun. So, and the Xbox is interestingly not the only version that's HDR,
Yeah.
and so it's just weird the X version. But yeah, definitely a fun game. Like definitely wait for a sale on that one if it's not already.
All right. So we also got Black Desert that month. RBI Baseball 19. The Occupation. I'm trying to remember what the Occupation is. I don't remember.
No one played
Man,
that.
I ain't played that. Just the title alone kind of has me wanting to play it now. Shit.
Let's just get to the big one. Devil May Cry 5.
Devil May Cry 5. How do you... I didn't play it.
Didn't play it?
No, I didn't.
I did. It was the only one that played it.
It's on Game Pass, Dustin.
I know, I just haven't played it. Well,
Yeah,
let me
I
take that back.
regret buying it.
I played the first like 40 minutes of it.
Oh. It's a good game. Real good game.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of lock on that I forgot that was in that game, and I also did not really like the V character that much.
me either.
He feel well. It's not that he's a bad character, but I just think his attacks they feel way more repetitive than Nero's attack. Like when you're using a sword and got the fucking rocket arm or whatever the hell you want to call it, and then it just feels less repetitive. I guess I don't know why, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, he has very unconventional distance attacks mixed with like
Yeah,
one or two melee moves, which is weird. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I agree with that. It's very hard to get used to them. But yeah, the game is really good. It's actually one of the best. Along with Sekiro, it's like one of the best action games of 2019. Can't think of too many other ones.
You're forgetting the best action game this year. Am I right, Dustin? One Piece World Seeker.
Yeah.
Woo!
I still haven't played that.
Woo! We need to have woo!
Yeah.
Harry, it's okay.
Yeah. That's the best I can put it. I hear it's okay, and I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for that. Like, hey, it's $15, and I'll be like, fuck it, I'm buying this. Like,
Yeah. Seems up your
but
guys'
I
alley.
also hear it's like very like the combat's very just it's a button masher. Like it's just just hit X
No. It's a strategic
button masher.
button pusher.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever I said.
So,
But
don't
they
get
got
distracted, you
Sabo
mash the
DLC.
button.
They got Sabo DLC now where you can play a Sabo.
It's tempting. It's tempting, but I'll wait for it's $15 or Game Pass, one or the other.
Yeah.
Now the game that got me forget. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's right. Yeah, those anime games are like kind of they're not worth like I think they're 30 or more. They're like 30 and below, and then
Mhm.
that stuff. And then also, Dirt Rally came out,
Yeah.
which is 2.0. I'm sorry, it's a good rally game. Definitely one of the best ones, which I enjoyed because I tried it on Game Pass, and I was like, actually kind of impressed with it.
Shocked. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Dustin.
I was gonna say the game that really got me out of buying anything else in this time frame was the Division 2. Fucking loved it. It's great. It's completely. It was very engrossing, and being able to like run through DC, it was and see the places I've actually been. It was just very well done. Uh, and it's still like I still going back to it to this day. I have Vern and Maria and everybody coming and joining. We still play. And it's one of the games they haven't gotten too far in, but like it's only like, hey, what do y'all want to play tonight? It's always on the table because it's just really really fun to play. Like I maybe it doesn't have the best story this year for a game, but it's still a solid story in the game. Like the actual like shooting mechanics are just a lot of fun. They do a good job with it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how the community is for that game.
Oh, it's still huge. Tons of people playing the Division 2 still. Like that.
Yeah,
that
they're
community
on
has
Stadia
not dropped off.
playing it.
Yeah. Stadia, Xbox, PlayStation, don't matter. Division 2 is just people love it. And then with what is it, Ghost Recon not doing as well. Well, I mean Division 1.5. Yeah, like people are still just picking up Division 2.
It's weird that that's actually the same game, really.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about
Sekiro,
Tim Dog's favorite game.
Shadow died twice.
Before we get to that, I want to shout out Tim Dog's favorite game this year, Tropico 6. Woo!
Yeah.
I remember how much he loved Tropico 5. Remember how he used to say that all the time? Yeah, that was his game.
Can't hate on it. Can't hate it.
All right, go ahead.
Sekiro. I didn't play Sekiro. Did either of you?
I did. I actually just bought it like 3 weeks ago. But Will probably play way more than me. I'll let him talk first.
Yeah, I played it a good bunch. I think I beat first two bosses or something. It's really challenging. I haven't really beat the whole thing, but it's really good. It's really mechanics are fun. Graphics are really nice. It's one of From Software's like one of the better games. It's kind of a mix of different things like Tenchu mixed with like Dark Souls. So it's an interesting mix. And yeah, it was a game of the year, award winner. So that speaks to its quality, for this year.
I'm just gonna say fuck that game. Can I just say that simply? Fuck that game.
Sure.
I'm glad. I'm glad it's dope and cool and good, but I just don't want to. I don't like soul crushing games. I don't want the AAA version of Volgor the Viking. I thought that it would be cool and be fun and I could challenge myself, but I don't think I want to challenge myself. I don't think I do.
I think there's a right level of it, and I think the new Star Wars game shows that because it is more of a Souls-ish game, but it's still doable and the story's really good.
I played Dark Souls, and I think I had more fun with that, and I still stopped playing that game.
Well, I'm just saying I think there's a right level of that type of game, and it's Star Wars hit it this year.
And you know what's weird about Sekiro is that I really wanted to play this game so bad. That's what. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I thought it would be easier. I don't know why.
I guess because it's a different type than. I mean, it's Dark Souls, but it's still not like the exact same thing. So maybe that's why. You're hoping more like Tenchu.
I guess I don't know what I was hoping. I was hoping that it would be a game I could actually attempt to beat. Like Cuphead's hard, right?
Yeah.
But there's a level of mastery that's let's say that you can get it. You can get it, man. Like it doesn't just start like it gets harder as you go, and it challenges the skills that you learn as you play it. Basically, this game is just hard at the beginning. Yeah. Like the random little, regular characters are hard. And I just don't got time to be angry, yelling at the TV. I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it.
Oh, speaking of Cuphead, we still don't get that DLC yet, right?
No, it's coming up soon.
That's crazy. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
All right. Going up for most. What did we call it? Not anticipated. Disappointing game of the year, or not disappointing. Upsetting. I think that might be it. The Walking Dead, the final season. When that studio collapsed and like
Oh,
the
I forgot about
episodes
that.
were all over the place, and I still
Yeah.
haven't finished the final 2 or 3 episodes. Me and Vern
Was
kind
it
of
that
both.
bad?
And it's not that it was bad. It's just that because like the episodes got canceled, then they got reproduced, and then they were being brought back out, and then it just left this big sour taste in your mouth of like, I don't know if I want to play it. And even though I have all of them downloaded right now and I have them and I want to play them, it's been hard to bring myself to finish that season. And this is a series that I loved. Like I loved the Walking Dead series.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but still haven't finished it. It's one of the weirdest things ever. Even though like Telltale just announced the Wolf Among Us season 2 again at the Game Awards, which I'm fucking super stoked for. I guess I need to sit there and finish The Walking Dead. I might do that during my Christmas vacation next week. Just play through that.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate the way it happened with Telltale. That kind of just kept people on the edge because they wasn't sure if the game was actually going to be completed or not. So I think that's what might have happened to you, Dustin. Like you're like, oh man, I don't know if I'll even be able to finish it considering all the stuff they're going through. I mean, I think the whole thing is weird, very convoluted. So how many episodes did it end up being?
I
Like
think
4?
4 or 5.
Oh, the whole.
Something in there. Yeah.
I mean, 5 is pretty good considering they have all that stuff going on. And then, so Telltale is like, is it the same people that just have their own studio and rebranded it or something?
They hired a bunch of the old employees, but it is a new management that's doing the Wolf Among Us.
Interesting.
All right,
And
I'm gonna kind of skip some of these games if y'all don't mind, because I think we're gonna.
So is it the Wolf Among Us team the same people that did the Walking Dead last season?
I know because those were hired by the guy that made The Walking Dead's his studio because they bought all the licenses and everything back. So it's different, but they were hired from the original Telltale team as well. So it's like the studio kind of got split.
Yeah, that's confusing. Well, they actually almost also did like some updates to the Batman games. They added like a noir kind of mode, like a black and bit of color in it. They didn't really enhance much. I mean, although the first one looks kind of better. I'm not sure if it's just my eyes playing around with me, but yeah, there's that.
But yeah, I'm gonna pass right over Phoenix Wright and a bunch of these PC games to get right to World War Z. I think this game's underrated, people. I really enjoyed it. I did play a couple rounds with like my group of friends, and I think it holds up well. I just wish it didn't take as long to level up, like because it's not a game. I don't think people are gonna put in that amount of time in anymore. Like it's different. Like you need to, like with Call of Duty and everything else out nowadays, it's hard to justify a Left 4 Dead game where you're going to slowly play through the same levels over and over to gain up new weapons to get harder difficulties. Like the reason Horde works is because there's a giant other part of the multiplayer game you can go and play in like Gears, but it's all it is, so it's harder to justify. Even though I really enjoyed it, I don't think that's I don't think it's going to be moving many people's budget or like, but like I really do think it's a good game.
So
Will, could you tell us about Forza Street?
Yeah, I was gonna
favorite
actually
PC
say
game?
that. Like, I almost couldn't believe you're gonna pass that one up. Yeah, that was a game changer this year, man.
Yeah.
For PC, yeah. You're gonna get it for any other console or anything. It's strictly mobile. It says PC on there, which I guess it is for Windows 10. But yeah, nobody really cares about that one. So that's what happens when you put out a bad Forza game.
Yeah. I didn't play, but Mortal Kombat 11 came out this year, which a lot of people loved. This.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
I have it. It's a good, definitely a lot more graphically
Oh, it looks
impressive.
beautiful.
Yeah. I didn't get the other season pass stuff yet though, because that always comes later with more stuff and gets cheaper as the year goes by. So, um, yeah, but that's definitely it's a Mortal Kombat game. If you like Mortal Kombat, that's definitely be up your alley.
I do, but I do and I don't.
Mhm.
I'm more of a Tekken guy.
Yeah.
That's my fighting game of choice. Second is probably Dead or Alive.
I'm still annoyed that Tekken never got an enhancement. They keep updating it, but they just never give it the enhancement, which just really annoys me. Still 720p.
Is it?
Yeah.
I need to play it again. I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah. They added a
The
bunch of
story's pretty decent.
yeah, story's alright. They added a Leroy, and a few other characters from the season. It is fun, but yeah, the graphics definitely disappointing on Namco's part.
Expecting anything less. They did make speaking of Mortal Kombat, isn't that crossplay now?
Yeah, that is. That's pretty cool.
For the casual mode, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just casual.
Yeah.
So you can't matchmake crossplay.
Not for competitive, no.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something at least.
It's a start. It's
Yeah.
a start. Yeah. All right. Let's see. There's only, I guess, in May we had A Plague's Tale and Rage 2, and then Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah, I have all three.
Yeah.
Rage is pretty decent. It's like almost like Doom mixed with like the first Rage. So, it's like the almost kind of like the Doom, like hardcore badass mechanics, but like you're not like that Marine, so it's not the same. But you have personality, but it's not it's just not like as hardcore as Doom, in some ways. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked Rage 2, and what's the other one?
Plague's Tale and Sonic Racing.
Plague Tale. Yeah, Plague Tale was actually quite good. I played some of it. I didn't get to play like I just kind of started playing that one. Very beautiful game. Definitely one of Asobo's Studios' best games so far. So they're definitely after that game like a studio to watch. They're also doing Flight Simulator, which is interesting. But yeah, the Focus Home Interactive had a lot of good games this year. That The Surge 2, Plague Tale, the Greedfall. So like yeah, the French publisher is doing a lot of good stuff. With like their developers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic Racing is alright. It's definitely not as good as Crash Team Racing, but I don't know. That game is an iffy ground because you need the multiplayer a lot more in that game, and the online is pretty dead. So it's a real shame.
Talk about dead. I think June was dead. I'm looking at these games. I mean,
Wait, before we leave May, I want to give a shout out to Void Bastards. It's a pretty
okay.
good game.
Oh yeah, it's a good Game Pass game.
Yep.
That was like yeah. So let's see, Resident Evil 4 Switch. No, these are Switch ports. I mean, Castlevania Anniversary Collection was pretty good. That's
It's a anniversary collection though. Like I've been
it's old
kind of
games.
yeah, much requested though. A lot of people wanted the classic games. I mean, they actually, I know they want the PlayStation ones too, like the more later ones, the Metrovania ones, but those are really good. So we're going to June now, right?
Yep. And like
Yeah.
I said, June. Yeah, I mean, it's not a ton here. I mean, Borderlands 2 was just like fucking.
It's a weird DLC. Came out so late.
I mean, Crash Team Racer is another. It was kind of a big game to come out for give
Yeah.
everybody a
was
car
that
racer.
June?
Yeah,
That was a big
June.
one. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely you gotta learn the mechanics because it's definitely different than Mario Kart, but it is a fun racer.
So both of you guys got it?
Yeah.
I own it. Yeah.
I might have to pick it up next time. That's also.
Yeah, the blood stuff. I mean, the blood stuff. I was looking at bloodstain. The power sliding is really tricky to get down. It's just so weird. Yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, like Bloodstain's there too. Speaking of that, that's a cool game. I mean, it's not like amazing, but it's one of the better like recent Metroidvanias. It's 3D too, which is cool.
All right. I mean, honestly, I think that's it for that month. There's not really. June was a weak month, unless you want to talk about some Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
I'm good.
That was iOS and Android.
Well, Samurai Showdown 2, which came out for Xbox. I'm still waiting for that to go on sale. It's been like, I mean, I think the DLC's been on sale, but not the full game. I do want to play it though. It looks like a cool return for that game. So that's cool.
So in July we had, man, there's not a ton. Stranger Things 3. We had Sea of Solitude. Souls Seraph. Blazing Chrome.
Blazing Chrome was good.
Streets of Rogue. And I know I saw another one.
Well, I wanted to play Sea of Solitude. I never bought that. I didn't get
Wolfenstein
that.
Youngblood.
Oh, 7.4.
Yeah, that wasn't that good.
Sea of Solitude?
No, Wolfenstein. Youngblood.
I don't know why people hated that game so much.
They pushed a lot of SJW crap into it. That's what the big controversy was. Yeah. So it just didn't take off.
I think Sea of Solitude is on sale this week, though. It's pretty cheap, actually. I think it's like $10 or something.
Is it an EA Access?
I would imagine so, but I think it's on sale this week. It's pretty cheap. Let me check my card. I think I have it on my wish list. Hold on, let's see.
While they're doing that, we're gonna check out August Madden NFL 20, which I hear is a very good version of Madden this year. I mean, it's always contested, but I hear good things. I hear good things.
Pretty good.
And it's been on sale a few times already. I mean,
of course $30.
Yeah, of course it's always going to be really cheap, and it'll be part of EA, your EA Access subscription. Once the Super Bowl, like I think a week before Super Bowl, they usually release a new one on EA Access. Let's see, The Church of Darkness, Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Metal Wolf Chaos XD, Ion Fury.
Like that one.
The Remnant game people talk about a lot. You guys play
Rad.
that?
Yeah, that was actually surprisingly good. I've been playing it on Game Pass, and yeah, it's an awesome game. It's really fun. It's of course it's like a lot of the Dark Souls formula, but the combat is just so fun. I highly recommend it. It's actually one of the better games of the year for me actually. It's on sale too for like $27.
Control also came out.
Oh yeah, I have that. It's a good one.
The Bard's Tale 4, which is I haven't played yet, but I hear really good things about that.
It's a fun little dungeon crawler. It's has a lot of charm to it.
And then Blair Witch came out on August 30th. Blair Witch was fun. Did y'all try it?
I did, but I didn't finish.
Yeah, me neither. But it was I mean it's actually
hard.
It's really cool. Yeah, they do a really good job, especially sound design stuff like that. But
it's
a very creepy fucking game.
Very creepy. Yeah, Eric liked it a lot too. So Sea of Solitude is on sale for $10 stuff. So
is that not EA Access?
I'm not sure. I don't have EA Access, but
I'll check.
$10, man. Can't go wrong with that.
Bro, trying to get that free.
All right. Very well, sir.
All right.
Is that it for August?
Oh, I'm still going through it. Well, no, yeah, that's it for August. I'm moving on. Bigger and better things in September.
Rad came out too. That was a fun game from Double Fine. It's like a procedural top-down, I guess action adventure or whatever. But yeah, Rad was pretty good. Definitely recommend that.
Okay, so for September we got Catherine Full Body, Final Fantasy VIII Remaster. There's a lot of games this month. Creature in the Well, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, which is just DLC. Gears 5, Borderlands 3. Both came out, which, I mean, both of those games are... Well, I prefer... If I had to choose one between the two, Gears 5 just really did it for me this year. I love the story to that one.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they really, killed that campaign.
Yep.
Yeah, Greedfall.
Shanty and the Seven Sirens. Oh, you said Greedfall? Yep.
Yeah, it's a one of Spider's better games. It's an RPG, like kind of like a, I guess like a Mass Effect or whatever, but it's more like a colonial setting. It's interesting.
Cat Quest 2. I kept looking at the game as a joke because it actually looks decent. I don't know if y'all ever seen the trailer for it. It's really weird.
I haven't.
Yeah,
Contra
it looks
Road
like
Core.
has like flash. It looks almost like flash animations.
Yeah.
I don't like those type of games. I don't know. They look kind of weird.
Dauntless.
Dauntless. Yeah.
That was a pretty big one.
Yeah,
Code Vein.
Code Vein. That's a big one.
FIFA 20. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these games are on sale this week too. Code Vein, the Contra World Corps, which is I heard is pretty bad. Surge 2 is on sale. Borderlands 3 is on sale. Gears
How
5.
much? How much is Borderlands 3?
I believe it's like $36 or $37. Let me look it up real quick.
Call it a sale, sir.
I know this is the base version, so yeah, $38.99. Yeah, wait for that to be a little bit lower.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
But yeah, out of those, Gears definitely the
That's the standout so
best
far
one.
for me. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that sucks is they had a lot of bugs, so that kind of affected the.
I didn't have
The
any
game.
bugs.
Well, I had like the progress bug that didn't let me progress at a certain point.
Oh yeah. That happened to me once.
Yeah, and like yeah, certain little glitches and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure that's maybe hopefully patched out by now.
Yeah.
Depends on how you experience the game. But yeah, definitely one of the better. It was a good month for Gears, at least.
We had Ghost Recon Breakpoint, aka Division 1.5. I mean, if you got done with Division 2 at this point, like I think, because I ended up getting Ghost Recon Breakpoint because it was on sale for a ridiculously low price, and you know what, it is a fun game. It's just, it's not Ghost Recon. Like they kind of did the Division, and I don't know why they did the Division, but they did, and yeah, you figured out the Division, but you totally kind of destroyed Ghost Recon. It was a weird choice for what they did. Weird choice. We had Atlas that came out on Xbox One.
Is that the Sea of Thieves style game, whatever?
Yeah. I downloaded the trial, but I never even started it because all I hear is like terrible things about it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if you're not gonna make a great Sea of Thieves copy, then just I don't know, don't even try.
Man, so many games came out this month. Frostpunk, Grid, Killer Queen. No, that's not Xbox. Children of Morta. Felix the Reaper. Plants vs. Zombie Battle of the Neighborville. I honestly, this is the first Plants vs. Zombie game I did not buy. Because, I enjoyed the first two. They're actually really good games. And I'm looking at the trailer for this one, it looks like it would still be a good game. It's just, I don't know. There's just too many other things to play to... This is just a terrible month to release a game like that. Like, it's more... Like, you send a game out in October like this to die. Like, not to... not to sell tons of copies. Like, this is more of a great, like, hey, this is June. It's a drought. Like, there's no tons of games. Cool. There's a Plants vs. Zombie game. I'll give it a shot,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, still too much going on this month. So yeah, it's also one of those games that like do well at launch because there's nothing else to play. So
Like I
late
said,
launch
just
games.
not like October. Yeah, it came out a week before Modern Warfare. Good luck. Nobody's going to buy your game. And also, you had the Outer Worlds. I mean, that came out this month. After Party came out this month. Like there's just
that was a good game.
It's like you're name dropping. There's just so many other games that came out this month. Which Outer Worlds, absolutely fantastic. One of the best like when it comes to like dialogue options, that kind of storytelling, like probably one of the best games of all, like in that category of all time, like easily.
Yeah,
the ship talking to you and just talking shit, like it's really good. Like all the connection between the characters, was a good good choice.
It's definitely like a first-person Mass Effect with like Borderlands guns and Fallout style like dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good mix of a lot of things. Children of Morta is a really good game. Also, that's a good like action RPG. Really nice pixel art in that one.
Yeah.
Valfaris, that's like a fun 2D shooter. I don't know if it's a Metroidvania, maybe. There's a lot of action in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ukulele Impossible Lair. I know we both like that, Dustin.
Yeah.
Trine 4, I heard that's good, but it's always under the radar of that one. Indivisible, I want to play that. That's a really nice nice art on that one. So like a 2D, I guess action adventure. It's hard to say though. Yeah, those are. I mean, besides these are good. A lot of good games there too.
Yeah.
Vampire. Well, that came off a Switch, so yeah. Never mind. Never mind.
So in November we had Citadel Forged with Fire, Just Dance 2020. You know, that's a game I picked up for sure. Garfield Kart.
Garfield got a kart racer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furious Racing, sir. Came out November 7th. Jumanji the video game. Everybody died to play that one. You know, I don't think the remakes of the movies are bad or anything. I think they're actually good, but that game looked rough. That's all I'm saying. Looked rough. Need for Speed Heat.
Yeah, I got that one.
New Super Lucky's Tale came out for Switch. Yaga came out.
Age of Empires is a big one.
November's trash.
Woven.
Death Stranding was here too. I know it's the PlayStation game, but that was a big game that month.
Civilization 6 came out for PS4 and Xbox, and I just got to be honest. Like, I don't think it's too fucking pricey. That game's old, and they still wanted you to buy fucking DLC packs. It was ridiculous. Even though I hear it's a good port, it's like, fuck you. Like, unless you offered keyboard and mouse support, and you were, fucking make it $30. I would have bought it again, but not 60 plus another 60 in DLC packs. I'm sorry.
I wait for it to $20. That most for me. Yeah, that is pretty. That was so late to release it like this. Like that was kind of lame because it came out on Switch first, and then PC, right, and then Switch.
Yeah.
And then this. Yeah. It's a weird release, man. Yeah, definitely. Like you said, don't charge full price for that if you don't release it that late. But whatever.
Okay, so going into the December wrap-up, we're almost to the end of the year. Blair Witch came out.
That's for the PS4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Halo Reach came out. The Master Chief Collection came to PC, which is really cool. I'm not sure. Was there really anything? Like it's
Nope.
My friend Pedro. Ancestors. It looks interesting, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Immortal Planets, Wonder Song.
Yeah, my friend Pedro.
That's kind of it. Like there's just it's not much.
Nope.
December ended.
Yeah, I'd say the highlights were. Yeah, I mean the highlights were Halo Reach. My friend Pedro. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
I wouldn't call those highlights though.
Yeah, that's the same. Like this is the better, releases that I can think of. Yeah, it was a weird. Well, wouldn't Star Wars came out that month too, or was it?
That was last month.
Yeah, but is that not in here though, right?
I don't.
Oh wait, that was November.
Yeah.
No, it is. Yeah, it's in November. Yeah, that was from the previous November month that someone's.
I must have skipped over it, but like it's Star Wars was like I said, it's very enjoyable. It's up there.
How's the game now? Did they patch out some of the glitches, or they're still kind of glitchy?
Like I said, I put like 3-4 hours in the game. I'm not sure, but I do enjoyed what I played. It's another one of those games I'm going to try to play on my Christmas break.
Gotcha.
Right. So,
But those are your releases for 2019.
all right. So we picking now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind, or we can look at what's coming out in January real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It's coming out on Xbox One. We have Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, which I'm not really. Honestly, I want the RPGs.
Oh,
The
Battle
Mega Man
Network.
Legends. Yeah, I'd rather have those than like the Zero or any of the other ones.
Yeah, I
Moons
never
of
got to play
Madness.
the.
Oh,
Yeah, I
sorry.
never got to play the. Sorry, yeah, I never got to play the Zero one. I'm curious to see how those play. I heard they're pretty good though.
Yeah.
Like those are the Game Boy Advance versions, right? Like the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll check that out. Yeah, definitely Battle Network has got to be next though. And then Legends, I don't know. That's kind of an iffy one.
So Moon of Madness, Rugby 20, Journey to the Savage Planets, Pillars of Eternity 2. That's kind of what we're looking forward to this coming up January. But that's going to be it for kind of what, the first, like this holiday season, if you will. So, what are your... I don't know how to put it. Like, what do y'all just want to go straight into what each of our game of the year is, or you just want to?
Yeah, that
What
sounds
game
good.
stood out? What was your game of the year, Will?
Put the pressure on me now.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so out of all these, I would say like Gears 5. Like, even though like there's a lot of good games, like there's a Control, there's a Sekiro. Sekiro is actually pretty good too. Devil May Cry 5. Like of my like top 5, top 10. Outer Worlds is actually quite good too. Yeah, but out of those, I completed Gears 5 because I had the most desire to complete that one, and it had like some cool modes. It had the escape mode, which for some reason is still not getting as much love as the other modes. But yeah, I would say Gears 5 is my game of the year. I mean, there's also little fun little indies they came out. Like recently I've been playing this game called what's this game? Let me see, make sure I have the right name for it. Wartech Fighters. Yeah, so it's a fun little mech game. I'm having a lot of fun with. So that was another good one. But yeah, this 2019 stuff, like definitely Gears would be top of my list, and then followed by maybe let's see, Outer Worlds, and then the third would be maybe let's see, Sekiro. Yeah, so that'll be like my top 3.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do a top 3. I'm just gonna shout out the game that I enjoyed the most, which is Gears 5. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I just wish that I wish it would have came out either a little earlier, just so the multiplayer would get a little bit more love. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite game. And I'll shout out no particular order, Call of Duty and Apex Legends, great multiplayer games that I enjoyed a lot. Kind of glad I got a taste of Call of Duty because I forgot how fun it was not to play battle royale game, because playing so much Apex Legend and PUBG, you forget what it feels like to respawn. So
Yeah, forget about that Apex. Yeah, Apex. Shout out to Apex. That was a really good battle royale game too.
yeah, but yeah, those are my games, and I love them. I love them. Little, I know this is Xbox, but I want to give a shout out to Zelda, Link to the Past, or whatever they call it, the new one for the Switch.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Or Link's Awakening. I'm sorry, not Link to the Past. That's the second one. All right, there you go.
All right. For me personally, I'd like to thank Eric for finally getting here. Eric, we are not starting from the beginning again. Not for you, sir.
So bad.
Sorry. We've already covered all the games of 2019. But he hasn't talked yet, but he is in chat.
The
Sure he's here?
best games. Oh, you got
We went through all of the games of
Games,
2019, Eric.
I
All
guess
the
it was
releases.
interesting. It was a weird, to be honest. It was a weird one. Cause wait, is it my time to talk? Or you guys already?
I mean, you keep
Dustin
talking.
was about to go, but
Okay,
you
I'll
can go
say
ahead.
it later. No, Dustin, go. You can go. Get to it.
Welcome to the show, Eric.
Hello.
so low key.
All right. My game of the year for sure is Gears of War. The story was fantastic. I don't think many games like the acting, the voice acting, the narrative, like all of it was fantastic. Yeah, there's a couple bugs, but in this generation, every game fucking launches with bugs. Like I can't critique it for that. I didn't play as much Horde as I would have never said I wouldn't have played this much Horde. I probably have played 2-3 matches of Horde, and that's it. The entire time it's been out. But the story is something I've been able to play with my brothers, and my older brother right now just got a new Xbox One X, and he's playing through it right now, and he's enjoying it, and he's loving it. So yeah, it's definitely it is just one of the best top quality games that came out this year for sure, and it really shows in that campaign, and I loved it. And the open world part of it really expanded on what Gears could do. It was fantastic. The only, but like I've talked before, like the Outer Worlds was also amazing when it comes to dialogue, and I kind of feel the same way as Will does on most of his list. I would put that kind of the same games. Yeah, it was like Gears of War, the Outer Worlds, and didn't come out this year, but Sea of Thieves, yeah. The amount of DLC that came out this year for that was awesome, and they did a really good job.
Yeah, it's like a brand new game all over again.
But yeah, that's all I have for my list for game of the. This is my game of the year personally, and it sounds like we're pretty much united that Gears was that big game for Xbox. It was just fantastic.
So far. Let's hear it.
Eric, what was your list of? What is your favorite games this year? If not,
Slay the Spire. That was his game of the year.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, Slay the Spire is your game of the year, Eric.
No, I didn't even think about playing that card game.
Yeah, but you like card games. That's like Magic the Gathering.
That I went and played that on Game Pass to get off. That ain't something that I don't even know how people get. I don't know. It would take a while to get into that. I couldn't even get past the tutorial stuff. Like, no, I ain't doing it. I don't like the way it was set up. I don't know what it was. But I'm looking down the list of games here. I'll say this year was interesting. That's the only way to say it. Like early on in the year, I remember Crackdown came out. That didn't hit. Then you had Exodus, Jump Force. I didn't play none of that.
How this man right here is going through what we just did.
Sorry, no. I'm only going through the stuff that was hitting. Is that fine? I can't go through what was hitting real quick.
No, go ahead, man.
I ain't gonna read the whole
I was
list.
about to say we were just started with that list.
And that was early in the year. Those are the only games that hit. Yeah, really. And Sicario, right? Yeah, Sicario X. Those are the only real games that hit. Everything else. Oh, and Devil May Cry. I didn't even play that. These are all fire games. Oh, Mortal Kombat X, right? That was fire games. I just didn't play it.
Yeah, those are good.
That's the problem. Like I got a backlog. Resident Evil. Wait, no, Resident Evil came out. Did we get a Resident Evil this year?
Yeah, that was this year. Yeah, the 2 is this year.
So the thing is, going by that, I have to say, man, the year definitely. Like I'm shocked, to be honest. When you look at January is always garbage. I don't know why people expect January to ever hit. Like I'm looking at it, it never hits. But February, March, and April, wow, holy crap! I didn't realize it really was pretty good. But I would have to say game of the year, or the game. Listen, the game of the year would be the game I played of the game of the year. Because I'm looking at the list, and man, I didn't realize I missed Fire Emblem. Holy crap! Damn, forgot about that. I forgot about it. I didn't play that. You played that? Anybody play that game?
Heard it was good. That's
Yeah,
on the Switch, but I don't have a Switch though, so I can't
yeah,
really.
that's why I didn't play. The Pokemon game came out. Crazy.
Mm.
I would have to say Gears. Gears 5 definitely hit very hard from the multiplayer to the single player graphics, sound. I would say, damn, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. Damn, Modern Warfare has to be in there. 'Cause Modern Warfare hit too. Modern Warfare was a surprise. It is the ending was like, oh snap, like that's so perfect, perfect way to end the game. Um, and Modern Warfare or Gears hit shockingly. Outer Worlds didn't hit. I didn't even play it. That's what like. I saw like a lot of people had mixed reactions with that game. Um, what other game did I play that I would say is up? It's not too many, right? That could Gears and Modern Warfare they sit together. That I played that I could. Oh, Blair Witch is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's Gears or Modern Warfare level, okay? But that's pretty good. Pretty good.
All
So
right.
those three games I would say are
Did you beat Blair Witch completely?
hell no, it's creepy as hell.
I
How the hell am I
think
gonna make
we
it?
all
Have
we
you
all did the
played
same.
Blair Witch? Will, you played it, right? Has you played it, Steph?
Yeah,
I played it.
It's a
Yes.
creepy damn
yeah,
game. How you gonna finish it?
yeah, yeah. We were all creeped out by it, and we all didn't finish it.
Well, it's not. I was. It was
Creepy
hard.
damn.
I couldn't
It's a
figure out what to do.
yeah. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. But yeah, like I would say, oh yeah, I didn't play Borderlands 3, which is crazy. See, so many things I missed, but I think Gears and Modern Warfare, it's a coin. Here's the problem: like Modern Warfare, I probably wouldn't play the multiplayer as much as I would play Gears, right? But the single player was pretty good. I would say both Gears and Modern Warfare single player both can go back and forth. Like there was excellent moments in both those games. Um, oh man, it's a coin flip for me between those.
All right. Well, we talked about our biggest letdown of the year. You want to give us yours? Or it was Anthem for us.
Biggest, oh my gosh, biggest letdown of the year had to be Crackdown. How's Anthem? Anthem was a new IP. But Crackdown, I would say that it is a letdown because it didn't hit. That was why it's a letdown. So it's more closer for me because I like Crackdown. Anthem was like, oh, it looked good in the trailer. I hope this is great. BioWare's never done this before. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
even though it was a letdown, I don't think it was like for me as Crackdown. I remember when it was like, damn. I remember when the demo came out. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun, but it wasn't like anything like it was a letdown there. But Crackdown was to me was a bigger letdown for from it being Crackdown 3, and this is like some to go forward with the franchise. Yeah, I could see that being a bigger letdown for Anthem. Anthem is just man. Anthem's a letdown too. But after we got the demo, it was like
that
you
was
know
the game. That was the game.
yeah, that was what I mean. We found
Hmm.
out, it was like okay. I remember I had my friend, what's his name, Jay. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play. He played the demo. He was like, yeah, we're done here. And he also lost faith in BioWare after that. That was his
Rightfully
reaction.
so.
Yeah, he had a negative reaction with BioWare. Kind of messed up. They should have made Mass Effect 4. To be honest, not Anthem.
No, they shouldn't have.
Or
Because
oh, or no.
did you play the last Mass Effect and then this? Can you imagine what the next one would be?
Oh yeah,
It would have
you're
destroyed the
right.
franchise.
Yeah. What other game? I'm trying to think what other game could go on a level of Crackdown in terms of like hype or you're interested to
I
see.
don't think the hype for Crackdown 3
Can
was
we
as hype
say
for Anthem
technically?
though.
Can we say technically Days Gone? Because my friend played and he instantly. garbage. That was his feeling to the game.
I don't think
he
the
agreed.
hype for Days Gone is matched the hype for Anthem. Anthem was probably the most hyped game going into this year.
That's true.
Probably number one.
You know what? I'm just thinking of it in terms of like Anthem is on PS4 as well, right? So yeah, it would be it's a bigger audience. Anthem probably would have been a biggest letdown. What um I'm trying to think. I don't think you're right. There's no other game this year that anybody was like really.
It's definitely Anthem number one.
Yeah, it's
Maybe Ghost Recon.
Oh snap! Yep. Hold on. Ghost Recon is on the
But I'm
list.
not sure if it was as hype as Anthem was because
No,
it
it
was
wasn't hyped up as Anthem. No. So
exactly that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
it was a letdown, but not. You know, Anthem is like some other level. You know what? Now I think about it, Steph, you're right. Because
The Anthem
I
trailer
remember
when we
when
first seen
they,
it, it
yeah,
won
yeah,
Microsoft E3 because it looked so dope. Remember that?
yeah, I remember that. And then later on Reddit, when they destroyed Anthem, showing all the stuff that was taken out. You're right. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into anything else before we wrap it up.
No,
Dustin,
I just wanted to wish everybody a happy holidays. And,
Oh, same
be
to
safe.
you. Happy
Yeah,
holiday.
same to you. Happy holidays.
Well, I was just talking about y'all. Y'all can fucking go
yeah,
walk off
happy
the short
holidays
pier.
to the fans.
But all the
Thanks for everybody
fans.
supporting us.
That's
Yeah,
that's
supporting us
who
through the
matter.
year. Appreciate it.
But we
Appreciate
will
it.
be back next. Well, okay. So this is what's going to happen. We will not have a podcast on next week, of course, because it's Christmas, and I'm gonna let it. You know,
Grandma.
everybody wants to be with their families and hanging out, and people got kids. You know, things got to happen that aren't Xbox related. And honestly, there's not going to be. I'd be shocked, truly shocked, if there's any gaming news. Like, really.
If there's gaming news that's important, we can do it.
We'll do like a quick shot show or something that'll be like
Yeah.
10 minutes long. Like, it won't, like, there's not going to be news. It's just not going to happen. And even if there was like big news like that, I probably would still push it off until after the new year. And then the next show should be on New Year's Day on the 1st of next year. So yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday in 2020. We definitely appreciate everybody for being here and coming to join us and hang out with us for their little Christmas break. We want y'all all to be safe though. You know, all these crazy shoppers, crazy people out there. You gotta take care of yourselves.
Yeah, shout out to Psychotron and Infinity Line, the two good dudes, and everyone else who tunes in. You guys are good peoples. And,
yeah. Shout out to them, definitely.
Yeah, and there's like the one little news item that was interesting. So apparently Microsoft's going to shopping for like a Polish studio, which is interesting.
They saying they're buying CD Projekt Red. Yeah, that's right. I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean that's a hard one to see happen.
Is that the only Poland studio in there?
Polish.
Well, the next best one is People Can Fly. That's a really good studio.
Techland.
And Techland, yeah.
They could be buying Techland.
Yeah, this Bluebird team as well, who did the Blair Witch and There's a Fear and Observer.
Techland would be crazy.
Yeah,
They'd
but I think Techland's kind of hard because they're kind of big too. But
are they big?
Yeah, I'd say People Can Fly is the best chance because they did work with Microsoft on Gears Judgment, and they did Bulletstorm.
Fly? I didn't know they were still around.
Yeah, they did Bulletstorm. They're doing actually a new game with Square Enix called what's the name of it? It's like Outriders. I think it's Outriders is called. It was Square Enix's last E3 conference. It's like an interesting. I think it's probably like a third person like it's probably gonna be like Remnant from the Ashes. It's probably gonna be like that.
And did we have a shocking surprise guest? It's Dad.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Oh, Tinda, what's up, man?
What's going on? How's it going in here?
Yeah, it's good, man. How
right.
you?
We're just doing our Game of the Year podcast. You literally at the end of the show.
Okay,
Dad,
so
what is your game
my
of the
favorite
year? Yeah.
My favorite game for Google Stadia in 2019. Oh, jeez. No, not that. You know what? One game that I really liked that came out at the beginning of the year. It was on Game Pass. It was called Void Bastards.
That's a good one.
That was really good.
It's like
I
a
liked it a lot.
procedural kind of like dungeon spaceship crawler almost kind of.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I just stopped. I didn't realize it would actually let me in this chat, so I just
Just clicked it. See what
Yeah,
would
bro.
happen.
just cut the red wire.
This is what happens when you don't change permissions over years.
That's funny.
Yep. This is what happens. But yeah, Void Bastards.
Void Bastards, game of the year. Super
Yeah,
Nintendo.
Goose.
Hey, Dad, what podcast are you on nowadays? What are you doing? What's
Nothing right now.
Nothing?
Just hanging out, living life. Just went and saw Star Wars.
Oh, how was it? Real quick.
It being bad doesn't ruin the good ones, so that's good.
Okay. Well, that's a glowing recommendation from Nintendo.
Wait, did you say you seen the new Star Wars and it was bad? Did you just say that?
Yeah, I didn't like it, yeah.
Oh my god, no. What the? They can't get nothing right. I hate them.
All right. That is why we're ending the show here, because we will be here all night.
Yeah, let's end the show there.
End on a high note, yeah.
Yes,
Good.
Star Wars sucks. There
Biggest
you go.
letdown of the year. Tell us your letdown of the year.
Yeah, what's your letdown of the year, Dad? Crackdown 3?
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Whoa.
Anthem, I wanted to like it. That was the big disappointment there, because I wanted to like it because it felt good to fly around, but the mission structures and all the constant loading, was not a fan of that.
No.
Biggest letdown of the year, Game Pass. I would say.
What?
Whoa, Super Nintendo. Hold on a minute. Super Nintendo, the first time I even met you, and now I want to see you. Xbox Game Pass. What the hell are you talking about? I got 400 games on there.
They're giving me too many options. That's part of the problem. They're just too many options. It's I'm just joking.
That's
all right.
Crazy. Everything that's been said was seriously said.
That is all right. Crazy.
I'm glad you all agree.
We'll see y'all next year.
They just got Witcher 3.
Yep, that's where I'm ending it.
It's already on the Switch.
What? Oh man, I can't right now. I can't.
The Witcher 3, 4 frames per second edition.
Listen, it looks decent on the Switch, but no.
Yeah.